Welcome to IGSS online training. I'm Per Fredriksen from 7 Technologies Denmark, and I'm here to present our SCADA system, IGSS. This is lesson 10, configuring events. The topics in this lesson are: what is an event? We take a look at the event list in IGSS, and I'll explain how you create events either from the definition module or supervise module. And finally, I'll explain how you can also show events as alarms in the alarm list. What is an event? An event in IGSS is a registration of a system, periodical or user-defined event that will be presented in our event list. And the event types are operator station connects or disconnects from the server. You can have a periodical event, for example a monthly event saying that you should submit a report to the authorities. You can have a system start-stop event, meaning when data collection starts and stops in IGSS. You can define a user-defined event, and I'll show you a little bit later how you do this in definition. You can register every time a user logs in and out of IGSS in the event list. And you can register every time IGSS starts writing data files and when it stops writing data files. So that's the log files, alarm files, and BCL files in our system. Finally, we have the error packet event type, and that is PLC driver errors. You can also have reported in the event list. The event list looks like this. It contains all events from the last hour or maximum 500 latest events. As you can see, we have a number of events here. We have a user logging in and out of the system. The user is called Mike, and he has been logging in and out from this particular station called PFR Home. We can also see stop P1, start P1, those are user-defined events, and we can see the start-stop writing of data files, start-stop of the configuration events also in this list. We also have an event log corresponding to the alarm log that we saw in the alarm list. In this list you will see all the events which have the to history option enabled. So when they are recorded or registered in our system, they will go to the event log. Now, when we want to create an event in IGSS, we can do it either from definition or supervise. I'll show you how to do it in definition. We go into the definition module, we go into the edit menu, and we choose event list. Then we get this dialog box, where I have predefined a number of events, as you can see, and then I click the Add button. And I'll do this online in the system. I'm now in the definition module, and I go into the Edit menu. I choose Event List. I click the Add button, and I can now enter my event name. And what I want to do in this particular example is I want to register an event when P1, P2, and P3 are stopped. So when these three pumps are stopped, all of them at the same time, we have an event or an alarm situation in our system. The event type is user-defined. And notice that the lower section of the dialog box now opens up, allowing me to browse for objects that I can define events for. I choose a display color, for example blue, in the event list, and I select alarm on event because I want this particular event to also appear in the alarm list. And now I will start creating the condition for this event to occur. I click the Add Criteria button, Then I click the Object Browser button. I move the dialog a little bit, and I can now go down and I can create a filter to find my pumps. P star, for example. Then I get all the pumps. I drag P1 into the object column over here in the event dialog box. And I close this dialog box again. The condition that I want to create is that when the P1 object is in the stopped state, then my event should occur. So when P1 is in the state of equals the value of 0, so 0 corresponds to the stopped state for P1. So that was the one for P1, and then I repeat this sequence again. I click Add Criteria, I click my object browser, I repeat my filter, I select P2, drag it onto the dialog box again, I close this one, and I select the same conditions. The state must be equal to the value of 0, and I do it once more. And now I'm a little bit more accustomed to the system, so I can simply copy this text P2 global, and I can paste it into this field. I can say P3 instead, because now I know the syntax for these object names. I select state equals the value of 0, and I'm all done. This is my event. P1, P2, and P3 are stopped. I click OK, and this event is created in my system and will appear the next time these 3 pumps are stopped at the same time. Thank you for your attention. For more information, please visit www.70dk/IGSS.